Good afternoon, Monarchs. This is day 2 of our painting project. So yesterday, just to recap what I did, I sanded down, wiped down, vacked real good, and then I filled all the nail holes, and then I caulked everything. So today, what I did to start off was I went through and I sanded all of that filler that I put on. Now remember, yesterday that was a spackling. It was a lightweight spackling that I used, and it actually dried nice and hard, and today when I came back and sanded it off, it made a nice smooth surface. So the caulking that I used yesterday was an extreme stretch, and the reason I did that was to allow for the seasonal movement with the house. And overnight what happens is that as that caulking dries, it shrinks down a good bit, and it really makes a nice seal, and it's going to make a nice flat surface for us to paint. Now, what I did today is I took probably about 45 minutes and I went through and I taped this window off really good. And the reason I taped that off is because I'm not a very good painter, so that tape helps me to keep everything nice and neat. And when I'm done, I'll go ahead and peel the tape off. So the next step in this is I want to prime all the wood that's never been painted before. And to do that, I'm using Kilz Premium. This is something I got at a local hardware store. And what this is for, it's a stain blocking primer. So any of the wood that is getting painted, we want to seal that, and that's why I went through and sanded everything yesterday, because that gives this primer a good surface to adhere to. Now, if you had like pine wood with knots and stuff, you may want to go with like an oil-based sealer. What an oil-based sealer does is it helps to seal those knots in so they don't bleed out. The only bad thing about oil-based is it's really hard to clean your brushes. So this is a latex primer that I'm using. It's a white primer. If you're painting colors and stuff like that, you can actually have your primer tinted. But this is all going to be white paint, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Kilz. Now, one of the best things I ever bought was one of these handy paint pals. And you can get these at Lowe's or the hardware stores. But basically, they're really nice because you can dump paint in there, and they even make inserts that you can put in so you don't have to do as much cleaning. But what I really like about it is it's comfortable and I don't have to hold a whole paint can. And another neat thing about it, it's got a magnet on where when you're done, you can put your brush in it. Now the brush that I'm using is a 2-inch angled brush. And the reason I like to use an angled brush is because it gets in those tight to reach places really good. So to start off, I'm just going to get a little bit of paint on the brush. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to get a good coat on all the surfaces that I did yesterday. Now listen, I'm only doing the bare wood. I'm not doing any of the trim that's already previously primed. There's no need to prime that. We just want to prime the bare wood. Now these being casement windows, I can open them up a little bit just to help, but I am going to go through and I'm going to prime this entire window. When I'm done, I'm going to let it dry till tomorrow, and then I can start my process. That's my daughter, Taya, knocking on the window. Hey, we're doing the best we can here. So I'm going to go through, and I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to seal everything really good with this primer. I'm going to make sure I don't get any drips. Alright, so tomorrow when we come back, I am going to put the regular top coat. I'm going to put 2 coats of paint on this window, and it should be done. So that's it for today, Monarchs. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again tomorrow.